We're the Grapple Chaps, and we're going to... What are we doing? Predictions for NXT Takeover Chicago.
Yes.
2? Shayna Baszler versus Nikki Cross for the NXT Women's Championship. I'm hoping Nikki Cross wins.
It does seem weird that Sanity have gone up to SmackDown. They're still yet to debut. If Shayna does lose and she becomes champion, it's weird that Sanity's gone up without Nikki Cross. I don't know, I just don't see her winning. I think they want Shayna Baszler to, because I think she has to improve a bit more. I think she's still a bit green. I mean, I know she's had, she has wrestled before, prior to NXT. They didn't just throw her in because she was an MMA fighter, I know that. But it just seems weird if they dropped it this soon, because I think they should be able to run with it like they did with Asuka. They need a legitimate ass kicker. I'm not saying Nikki Cross isn't, but I just think it seems a bit weird that she's left alone in NXT. She should be up with Sanity.
Done that with Carmella as well, didn't they? Carmella stayed down.
Maybe they want to see more out of Nikki Cross, and maybe they will put a title on her for that reason.
She definitely deserves it. She's mental.
She is mental. She plays that character really well, a bit too well. That's concerning.
Asuka concerning.
That's concerning.
Next, Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream.
Ricochet.
I'm really looking forward to that match.
Yeah, I'm just going to say Ricochet.
I wasn't a massive Velveteen Dream fan. When he was Patrick, when he came up, when he started from, when he was in...
Is it Tough Enough?
Tough Enough. I liked the fact that he had all that knowledge about wrestling and nobody else did. He'd done it too much. Made me think he was a bit big-headed, but now...
Yeah, a few people said that.
After that, as the Black Man at War Games, I was just like, yes.
I think that's when he proved himself. That was his defining moment. I know he lost that big match against Aleister Black, but if he lost this match against Ricochet, it's not a bad thing. He'll be able to put a brilliant show on, and Ricochet he's on another level. Everything he does is like just liquid to him. I don't want to say perfect because that sounds a bit much, but he's pretty close. He could probably make a botch look amazing. If he was Titus O'Neil into that Royal Rumble, he'd slide in it, slide out the other end and backflip back into the ring and on one foot,
make it look like he meant it.
Get a round of applause.
Yeah.
And he would win, not the Rumble, but he would win in life.
Well, did you see what he done when he jumped over the ropes the other day?
Yeah, I've watched that about 10 times. Yeah. But what I was thinking, after he did the flip over the rope and land went like that, he was walking up like that with his head down, thinking, in his head he's going, I just fucked my ankles out.
Yeah, I've never landed on metal before.
Imagine Sin Cara having to do that. Crawls up towards Velveteen Dream, show me. The old Sin Cara, by the way.
Next up, we got the street fight between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Looking forward to that one as well.
So far, this is a well-planned meal.
It would have played out pretty quick though if Ciampa didn't get injured. Somebody would have been put on the main roster by now if Ciampa didn't get injured, and they played it out straight away. I really can't wait for that match. I have nothing bad to say about it.
It's already a good match, it's not even happened yet. But who do you think's going to win?
I hope Ciampa, because twins.
Have you seen the amount he's put on? He's hench. It's like almost a heavyweight.
All ripped, yeah.
He's like, been doing his cardio, that's for sure. Did you say he's going to win? I
hope Ciampa.
I think it should be Ciampa.
Because I think Gargano would be put on the main roster first. Because Ciampa's had an injury and he's been out for a while, I think they'll build him up a bit more. He hasn't got anything to prove. I'm not saying that, because he's still awesome. But because he's been out, he's still got more to prove to be like, I'm ready.
Which he is, and not for 205 Live.
You reckon Ciampa as well?
Yeah, it has to be. I think, like you say, Gargano is like, well, I've beaten him once, he's beaten me, that should be the end of it.
Yeah, last match.
Or maybe they just do a third one to like the defining moment.
There'll be another one, I reckon, at SummerSlam weekend.
That'll
be the last one, and then Gargano will be put up, maybe at the Royal Rumble. At the latest Royal Rumble, just as a surprise.
That would be good.
Yeah.
And Ciampa as after. Yeah. But just for the Rumble. That would be interesting.
Like Bo Dallas did when he came up. He was on the Royal Rumble and then he stayed for another year in NXT.
The same with Rusev. He was in the Rumble. He was in NXT for about another year as well. Yeah, Ciampa, they need to keep him on NXT as a top heel. Yeah, he'd be great against like him against Aleister Black would be amazing. That would be so good. Ciampa being the champion.
Next we've got Aleister Black versus Lars Sullivan for the NXT Championship.
I don't think Lars is going to win, but I think he's going to really prove himself because he hasn't really done a lot to stand out at the moment. But he's got a ton of potential.
Yeah.
And he's a huge wrestling fan as well. Funny, did you hear about the little story about Lars Sullivan? The first one night stand, right? And his girlfriend didn't want to go with him. His girlfriend hated wrestling, and she was like, "Well, if you go to this, because like they were supposed to be doing something else. Like if you go to this, like that's basically it between us." And he went, "Well, that's it then." And he went to one night stand, and now he's in the NXT. So always remember, fellas, if your girlfriend tells you no to wrestling, tell them no to your relationship.
Alistair Black, I reckon, definitely. I reckon he'll stay champion for at least a year and then get put on the main roster.
Or he'll get injured. I can see him being. It sounds pessimistic, but I can see him getting injured for some reason. I've just got this feeling.
I've never known him to get injured.
Well, fingers crossed it doesn't happen, but
yeah.
I don't know. I've just got this funny feeling like everything's going too well. It's too good to be true. Usually is.
It's usually around Royal Rumble time people get injured, isn't it? And
yeah, it's like the season, isn't it?
Delve deep into their pockets and pull out like Zack Ryder's and stuff. We haven't got anyone. Who have we got left? Zack Ryder.
Zack Ryder's putting his hand out. Oh, me. What's Enzo doing? Oh,
Got the
main event.
Undisputed Era. Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the Tag Team Championship. It's the biggest Tag Team Championship in WWE.
Yeah, it probably means
overall,
the most.
Yeah. Undisputed Era.
Yeah, well, it has to be, doesn't it?
British Strong Style will come in.
Yeah.
And take it off them at some point.
You were good at predictions before with the heel turn of Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
You called that straight before, and you were like, it was like a eureka moment.
Yeah,
you were like,
it was that interview.
He's turning heel.
It was that interview just before the match. Well, it was at the start of the night, wasn't it? I was like, I guarantee Roderick Strong turns heel.
Made Pete Dunne a face.
Yeah.
But did it though? Because Pete Dunne is still doing his usual stick.
Yeah,
everyone
just cheers. He's like Austin.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be the bad guy, but everyone cheers him.
Yeah, and even when he is a good guy, he still does his. He's still Steve Austin. Like when he was tagging with The Rock, everyone's like, "Oh, it's so cool!" And like when he came out, he just walked past The Rock and just like stuck his middle finger up at him. It's like we're tagging together doesn't mean that we're friends.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like he's still Steve Austin, and Pete Dunne is always going to be Pete Dunne.
They've got a whole thing with Pete Dunne at the moment. I think once Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch are out of the picture, British Strong Style will come in. They'll have like a 6-man tag or whatever. And then there'll be a tag match at some point, and British Strong Style will beat them. I reckon they'll be the ones to dethrone Undisputed Era.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to go with that. You were right before.
To recap, Nikki Cross, or we want Nikki Cross to win,
Yeah.
but Shayna Baszler will probably win.
Yeah.
But we want Nikki Cross. Ricochet, probably.
Yeah, we're both saying Ricochet.
Yeah, I want Velveteen Dream to win, but we reckon Ricochet. Tommaso Ciampa. Ciampa will win this one, and then there'll be a third at some point, maybe SummerSlam weekend. Alistair Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're both agreeing with that.
And the Undisputed Era with British Strong Style dethroning them at some point
Yeah.
in the future.
We pretty much agree on all those apart from Shayna Baszler, because I think she's going to win, but you don't.
No, I want Nikki Cross to win.
Oh, you
but
want
I
Nikki
think,
Cross to
yeah,
win?
I think Shayna Baszler's going to win, but I want Nikki Cross to win.
I want Shayna Baszler to win. Apart from that, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Enjoy NXT Takeover Chicago.
It's going to be good. I mean, like I said, it's a
be.
really nice 3-course meal there. Well,
Yeah.
5-course.
Yeah,
You fat bastard.
Definitely check it out. So hang on, yeah. Follow us on Facebook and whatnot. What have we got? Facebook.
We've got
Subscribe,
Facebook, Twitter.
like, share, do what you do. Leave a comment saying who you think's going to win.
Please make comments of how crap this is, because I'm sure we can improve on it.
Let us
Don't
know.
worry.
We will improve at some point. We just have a very small space at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, you can't tell, but this is actually
This is it.
a wardrobe.
It's just this space here. Hey.
And now I can't breathe, it just covered up the air hole. So yeah, that's it from the Grapple Chaps.
Yeah.
I've been Dan, he's been Nick.
I've been Nick.
Sorry.
Join us tomorrow for the Money in the Bank predictions. I don't know what time it's going up. Just probably midday.
Watch this space.
Just subscribe and click the notification bell and find out.
And share. Tell your friends.
Yeah,
Because word of mouth is the
all
best
your
way
friends.
to get things across.
Yes, exactly.
I learned that in marketing. I've never done marketing. Bye!